While I was out this morning, I saw this 360 sitting by the road next to a vacuum next to her garbage bin. And it looked like it had been out all night because it was drenched, and I know it rained that night. So, took it home, air dried it, air dried the hard drive, air dried the CD-ROM drive, air dried everything. My friend modified the plug because it was one of those models where it had a pin. I have my actual 360, so there was a pin in the center that was stopping it. Also, that cutout, friggin' A. Yeah, it's not going to work if it doesn't focus. So, pin in the center was stopping the plug from going in. And this plastic piece, you can't even see it. This thing. There's a cutout on this one for the plug to fit. The other one, there was no cutout. So instead of that, my friend cut out that piece on the plug, and it fits this one perfectly fine. And after air drying it, it legit works. There is nothing wrong with this. This was made in 2005, so it's an early model. There's no HDMI output on it. And it works just fine. So, I have now got two working 360s. This one's lucky that I found it. Well, I guess it made a fool of me. It worked earlier today. My friend and I were playing this game because it was in it. So we were giving that a shot. Played just fine. Everything was working fine. So now, of course, I want to do a video of it to show you guys that I managed to get a working 360 that was sat out in the rain. But yeah, all it does is that now with that error. So I have to look it up and see what that means. I'm sure it's obviously a graphics problem or whatnot, because, yeah, so, yeah, that's a bummer. Well, so much for that idea. You can laugh at me if you want. Ha! Now look, it's working. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why it was out on the road. Maybe it has a graphics chip problem. But it seems to work. The hard drive works. Earlier I didn't actually check to see what games this guy had, well, game saves he has on the hard drive. Ah, interesting. Okay. So these are the games that he must have... Oh, that one's actually the full game. He actually has a full game of Advanced Warfare on here, as well as GTA 5. Oh, and that's it. So, 2 full games from the looks of it. That's pretty cool. Games and apps, profiles, demos, yeah, so interesting. Well, I kind of like the fact that the hard drive has that on it. That's cool. So yeah, it works and then it doesn't want to work, but yeah. So, it's missing the thing for the tray, but other than that, it works. When it wants to. Obviously the button's dirty because it's not making good contact. Okay, fine. You know what? That doesn't want to open. Oh, it's getting jammed. Oh, whoops. Okay, well. That stinks. Ah, there we go. So it just has a little problem on the vertical side. Alright, well. That's just showing you that the tray actually that it still works. That button sure is not working good, so luckily you can do it via the controller on the dashboard. But yeah, so it's a good find. It works when it wants to. At least it doesn't have the actual red ring of death. And yeah, so sweet.